we have some stuff to talk about. For those of you who may not even know who I am, hi, I'm Alani. Well, I used to do a series on my public page, and I kind of did like hashtag increasing faith through testimonies. But basically, I would just share anytime God did anything awesome, anything cool, big things, little things, didn't matter. I was sharing it. Started that around like 2018, I think, honestly. And pretty much from then, from 2018 through 2020, the beginning of the year, was doing that. And so this kind of stems off of that. One of the things is the series is called Grace Yourself, and one of the things is that I turned 30 last month, and I thought by 30 I wouldn't have to keep learning things. Like I thought by then I would like be, firm and like knowing everything. No, because things keep changing, and because of that, I am learning and I am relearning. And in the process of me learning and relearning, I am having to remind myself to give myself grace. I don't have everything figured out. I am experiencing things for the first time, things I've never had to experience before. And for me, like just my personality type, like sometimes I know that I can be like, I know that for me, like, I can be hard on myself sometimes. And so, like, with that, it's like this reminder of, hey, make sure you extend grace to yourself. And so this is kind of like the whole concept. This is kind of like everything that I've been kind of dealing with over the last couple of months, and just me now just sharing that. And so today I'm talking about I got fired. And I'll start about where I was working. I used to work for Virginia Tech. That was my first job out of college. I literally was working there. Like, I graduated. 2 weeks later, I was working for Tech. And I was basically doing, like, nutrition, that type of thing. And basically, I was there for 5 years. On September 22nd was my birthday. I turned 30, and I launched the business, Kingdom Strategist, LLC. And literally a week later, literally the following Tuesday, I got pulled into a meeting with my boss, and basically she read this like letter, and what the wording was, it was that your appointment will not be renewed, is what it said. And it was kind of confusing in that moment, because I was like, okay, I don't know what that means though. And so like she kept reading like the letter or whatever, and then it said, effective October 30th, yada yada yada. So then that's when it clicked, like, oh, I just lost my job, basically. But in a nice way, I guess I could say. So that was September 29th, and basically they were telling me as of October 30th, I would no longer be working for Tech. And so literally that day was like the worst. The meeting was only like 5 minutes long, and I went straight home afterwards because I was stunned. I didn't know what to do. Like, the quarantine had, made my job a little bit more difficult, because part of my job was working with youth, working with schools. Kids weren't in school, so it was hard for me to like adjust and maneuver. But like, even in that, I still did my job, and I did my job well. And I didn't quite understand, why this happened or anything like that, because they didn't give me a reason. I was supposed to like call somebody in HR to find out why. I called, they didn't answer, I left a message, still ain't heard back. And so it was just one of those things where it's just like I'm very much confused and I don't know what to do. And so that was that Tuesday. I worked that Wednesday, that Thursday, just to make sure that some of the schools that I was working with made sure that they had the stuff they needed for the year. Because these are some groups I've been working with for like 5 years. And like, that was really difficult, because literally I had to tell them, hey, tomorrow's my last day, after I've been working with them for 5 years. And that was really difficult. And like, I literally cried after one of those visits, because like, dang, like, I didn't like every aspect of my job. It was a lot of politics that got really confusing, because I had split funding, so it was really difficult to manage that. But my actual job, I actually did enjoy, and I really enjoyed the people I was working with. And so like, that was really tough. So that was that Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday, that entire week I was in consecration with Ramp Church in Lynchburg. And so I went up to Lynchburg actually Friday to just be there, be in the services, all that kind of thing. And like, my main focus, like, cause they had like prayer throughout the morning, like a morning, midday, all that kind of stuff. And my prayer was, okay, God, what do I do? What am I supposed to do? Because I found myself at this crossroad where do I apply for another job? Like, do I go through the job searching process? You know, because like basically I had a month left on my job. And the thing is that I had a lot of leave calculated, and so like I had actually 2 months worth of leave. So I basically took the entire month of October off. And so I was like, okay, do I use this month to find a new job, or do I try to do this business thing? And the thing is like the business could sustain itself. Like my overhead costs aren't that high as far as my business. But for the business to sustain itself and me, that was something I hadn't quite calculated in. That wasn't the plan. The plan was to continue working full time, do the business, you know, in like 5 to 9 or whatever, and like until I could grow it to the point where it could sustain me. And that was the plan. That didn't happen. And so then I found myself in this place of, okay, God, what am I supposed to do? Like, and the thing was, it was like, I kept feeling like God was saying, you know, go for it, go for it, go for it. Like, no, do the business. Because, like, I even tried to look for another job, and I was like, I don't even know where to start. Like, because I felt like nutrition wasn't really it for me anymore. Like, I've been feeling that for a little while, but but that's why I had both my degrees in. So it's like I was very much limited in that aspect. So I was like, okay, what could I even possibly do? I don't even know. And so like, but the thought of, okay, now this business is going to be full time. Like, I just was not there. I didn't believe it could sustain me. I didn't believe that I could truly like have the business be my only source of income. And so I found myself in this place where I now doubt literally it wasn't even me really doubting the business and how successful the business could be. It was really up to me doubting God. Like, God, I don't actually believe that you're going to come through for me in this aspect, which is a crazy place for me to be in, because I have always been like big faith. Like, let's go for it. Let's believe God for whatever. Let's believe God for the impossible. And I've always been the one to push people around me. Like, no, believe God for more. And then here I am in this situation where it's like, I don't have it. I just don't have the faith to believe this one. And like with that thought then became the shame, became the condemnation. Like, I felt really bad. I felt really guilty because I didn't have the faith for it. And so that's where the whole grace yourself comes in. Because it's literally, Alani, wait, take a step back. You have never been in this place before. Literally, that was my first job out of grad school. And so like, literally, that's my only like actual full-time job. That was my only job I had ever had. I've been there for 5 years. And so like, you've never needed God to show up for you in this aspect, as far as provision, as far as making sure your bills get paid. Like at my church, we say, you know, all my needs are met, all my bills are paid, we have more than enough. Yeah, because I was getting a salary every 2 weeks from Virginia Tech. So yes, all my bills are paid, and they've been paid for 5 years. And now I'm in this situation where they ain't the case no more. And I really have to like stop and say, okay, God, I have to now trust you in the way I never had to trust you. And so at first I wanted to be in this, like, I felt bad because I didn't trust him. But I was like, you know what? This is going to be an opportunity for me to see God in a new way. For me to experience God as that provider. Like, not just, when, you know, crazy things have happened. Because there's been things that have happened, you know, throughout even the last 5 years where I needed God to be a provider. But now this is like a whole nother level. And so that's where I am right now, where it's basically has been, you know, retraining how I think, retraining how I see things, and not like making sure that I don't make myself bigger than God. Because when I'm saying, oh, God, I am ashamed because I don't believe you in this way, that's also me saying that my opinion of me is bigger than what you've said about me. And that ain't the case, you know? That's literally saying like, okay, my feelings towards myself is true, and God's yours isn't. Because God, you know, when it comes to God, if you're feeling shame, if you're feeling condemnation, that's not of God, because that's not how God sees us. But that's what I was feeling, and that's how I was like, this is how God, you should be seeing me. That ain't the case. And so reframing how I was thinking at the time, has allowed me to then go from that place of, I feel bad, I feel, you know, like I'm being judged or whatever, to like, no, you just position yourself to experience God in a new way. And so I just wanted to come on, want to share that. I guess I'll give you a little update as well. So like, that was the end of September. The month of October went differently than I thought. I honestly thought by the end of October I would be more set than I am right now currently, and I'm not. And so I'm still in this place of God. Like, you know, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Let me tell you. I didn't want to be on here long, but I'm going to tell you this one story, right? The Saturday before that meeting, I got the email about the meeting on a Thursday. I actually worked late that day, but I didn't see it. I didn't see that email until Sunday night, actually. Saturday morning, I was walking my dog, and I just so happened to glance at my watch, and it was 8:28. And I was like, oh, just like Romans 8:28, all things work together, you know, for our good, yada, yada, yada. Cool, I'm feeling great about myself, kept on walking my dog. Sunday morning, walking my dog again, because that's all I do these days, seem like. I was walking, literally checked the forecast that morning, 0% chance of rain. I started walking the dog. It literally starts raining, like it starts drizzling a little bit. I'm like, okay, no big deal, it's not raining that hard. But then it starts getting a little bit harder, and it's weird because I'm looking ahead of me, and there's literally no clouds, there's nothing. There's just sunny skies, clear skies, all that stuff, right? And so it starts to rain hard, and I'm like, okay, maybe the clouds are behind me. Maybe there's storm clouds behind me, and that's why it's raining, and I didn't notice it. I turn around, and as soon as I turn around, I see this gigantic, like, huge rainbow. I was like, oh my God, because you guys know, like, the rainbow in the Bible represents God's promise, like God's promise to man. And so I'm just like, I'm on like just another level. I'm hyped because like this was like the first day of the consecration. So I'm like, okay, yeah, awesome. God is, you know, promise, like, you know, making good on the promise, yada, yada. Great. And then Tuesday happened, and it's like, oh, snap, wait a minute. And so then I was reminded that, oh, wait, no. All things work together. Literally, God told you that before you even knew about the meeting, let alone was in the meeting, before you even found out you were going to lose your job. Like, God told you everything was going to work together. And so it's crazy. Like, God has been very much consistent. Like, I'm still at the place where I'm like, Lord, is this going to really work? Like, I don't know. But God has been consistent in showing, like, yes, it's going to work. Yes, I'm going to provide for you. He has sent people to, like, sow into my life just randomly, like, just out of nowhere. And, like, they had no idea what was going on. And I'm like, you just have no idea. Even, like, a $5, $10 seed has literally just blessed me, because that's God showing me again that, oh, I can trust him. Oh, showing me again that he's going to provide. He has helped me change up my systems to the point where, like, things make sense as far as the business. Because there was some stuff business-wise. If it was just, like, a side thing, it didn't really matter, you know? But if it's going to be my full income, like this is what we're doing for a livelihood, there was things I needed to get in place a little bit more solid than what I had. And God literally has shown me how to do it. And so, like, I'm still in this place of, you know, I don't know what comes next. But I do know that God is faithful and that he got me. And so I just want to encourage you guys, like, if you find yourself in this place of new territory, where you, like, uncharted territory, and you don't know, like, what to expect of God, or you feel like you're in a place where it's just like you, like, your first response isn't the best response. Because, like, Alani Super Christian Atkins wants to be in that place of, no matter what goes wrong, oh, I automatically respond with, oh, God got me, oh, God is going to do it, God's going to handle it. But that, to be honest, that ain't always the case, and that was not the case in this situation. But extending grace yourself, literally says, you know what, it's okay that wasn't your first thought, or that wasn't your first reaction, but here's grace. Here's literally, you know, mercy. Here's love. Here's compassion. You didn't get it this time, but you know what, you're growing. And allowing myself that room to grow, allowing myself that chance to, you know, like, hey, everything ain't gonna come out right, but guess what, I'm trying, and here's the space to try. Here's the space and opportunity to learn and do more, and the next time I might be a little bit further along. And so it's literally not even me trying to be perfect in everything and how I respond or anything on those lines, but literally allowing myself space to grow and to, like, learn more and to experience more of God. So I just want to encourage you guys, just, like, give yourself grace. Like, literally just extend yourself grace. Don't be so hard on yourself. Like, we are in uncharted territory at this moment, and so give yourself grace. And, yeah, I have a lot of stuff coming up I'm really excited for. I don't know if y'all can really see it, but I have a girls' night coming up November 21st, 8 p.m. Mark your calendars. It's going to be really dope. The flyer's coming out soon. And so, yeah, we're just going to rock this thing on out. So, Guys, thanks for watching. If you're watching the replay, thanks for taking a moment to like hang or chill or watch it. And I will talk to you guys later.